Here are 3 ways I kickstarted my artistry from scratch with no strategy. Stick around. Hi all, I'm Robin Gabrielle. I am a Christian artist mentor and I'm a singer-songwriter, and I am helping Christian women release the songs that they have put on their hearts without needing the music industry to open the door for them. A lot of people think that you need a big following, you need Spotify streams, you need connections, you need all of those things to have, and you have to be gigging. Yeah, let's start there. People think you have to gig in order to be considered an artist, in order to be considered a musician, and have a viable career. You don't need all of that. Here are 3 ways that I actually started my music business and my artistry and kickstarted it with absolutely no strategy. First, I stopped repeating the same cycle loop, and what I mean by that is I have always struggled with just indecisiveness and analysis paralysis. I have always struggled with that because I'm constantly overthinking, and I remember just constantly bashing my head up against the wall because I kept feeling like I wasn't getting anywhere. I was working at my job that I hated. The people were great, but I hated it because I just knew that I was meant to do things with the gifts that God has given me, and I was literally a sitting duck. Seriously, you guys, a sitting duck. And I just remember saying, Lord, I know you have more for me. What's happening? Yeah. I remember getting this revelation or having this epiphany moment where I said to myself, okay, you can't grow in an environment that you've outgrown. That's like expecting a flower that you've potted and that's outgrown the pot to continue, to stop growing. You're expecting it to grow and it can't. You can't expect anything to grow in an outdated or outgrown environment. It's just not feasible. And you can't keep repeating the same cycle or the same loop or just doing the same thing every day and making the same decisions and expecting a different outcome. That's something I'm still learning as an artist and as a person, but at the same time, I've grown a lot from it because now I can make decisions a lot faster, and that has kickstarted my artistry. That has been one of the biggest things. The second thing I did was I took inventory. I took inventory of my life, of my daily habits, of my daily decisions. I just took inventory of everything that I was seeing around me and just the people that were around me, and deciding basically, what did I want? What do I want? Where do I want to go? What do I want my life to look like? And it turned out that I didn't want the life I had. I was working at a 9-to-5 job, sitting at a desk all day, not using my music degree, not using anything. I hired a mentor because I knew, for me, I wanted to do music full-time. Now, for you that might not be the case, but I wanted to do music full-time and I didn't like where I was, so I hired someone who knew more than me in the area I wanted to go in. So with all that being said, I think it's really great to always hire someone who knows more than you, so that way they can teach you things. So hire a mentor or, a friend or a family member who is doing the things that you want to do, and just sit next to them and ask them a whole bunch of questions and pick their brain and maybe meet with them once a week or once a month, so that way they can keep you accountable and you can have a plan to be on track with all the things that you want to do. I think that is super, super, super helpful. And lastly, I stopped waiting for permission to do what I wanted to do in life. I realized that I had been waiting for someone else to give me permission to do what I wanted to do, which I wanted external validation for my decision that I was making to quit my job and to kickstart my music career and teach music business and songwriting. But I never realized that asking for permission or waiting for someone to give me permission was actually holding me back. There's a Bible verse in Proverbs 16:3 that says, "Commit your works to the Lord and you will succeed." And I really feel as if I can just go up to the Lord now and say, "Lord, this is my plan. I want to do music. I want to write, I want to produce, I want to do all of these things, or I want to travel to, I don't know, France. I want to do all of these things. Here's my plan. This is what I'm thinking. What do you think?" But I realized that by giving myself permission and allowing myself to take risks and pursue the gifts that the Lord has given me, to write songs and to explore and just try the things that He's asking me to try, honestly, I don't need anyone's permission to do it. Because I feel like as long as we are in the will of the Lord, He's going to give us the green light. And I think that we'll know the Lord's will not just by being in His Word, but by walking with Him daily and walking with Him in the way that He created us to be. Gifts. I remember listening to something by Priscilla Schreier, and she actually had said to be obedient for the next 20 minutes. So whenever I get analysis paralysis and I don't know what to do, and I'm trying to make my list and decide what it is that I want and how to walk in alignment with the Lord and align my life with what He wants for me, and I can't get past the overthinking and just the decision fatigue, I just remember what she said and I say, "Okay, Robin, how can I be obedient for the next 20 minutes? And sometimes for us it might be 5 minutes. It depends. But how can I be obedient right now? What is the priority right now? What is the Lord asking me to do right in this moment or in this season?" So definitely make a list of what you want and what you want your life to look like, and then break that down into smaller steps and ask the Holy Spirit to help you create a plan that aligns with the Lord and His plans for your life. So I would encourage you to take a look at the patterns in your life and really look at everything and say, okay, what are the things that I keep repeating and the choices that I keep making, or even just the day-to-day routine? What is it that I'm doing that is causing me to struggle with my daily life? Like, what's causing me to be unhappy? And then start thinking about, okay, where do I need to go? Who do I need to talk to? And what people do I need to get around? Or what books should I be reading that will allow me to start building out the life that I want, and just start adding more happiness to your life and walking out your obedience. But overall, I will say the best thing that any of us can do is honestly just to sit at the feet of the Lord and really just sit and ask Him, where does He want us to be and what does He want us to do? And I feel like, again, with the whole pattern recognition thing, He's definitely gonna keep showing us the same thing. So if you, like me, have been having these feelings of, oh, I want to do music, but I don't know where to start, I would encourage you to seek the Lord. Well, that's all I have for today. If this was helpful to you, hit that subscribe button below so that way you can be notified when we go live with videos every week. Until then, catch you later and happy recording!